back to another Wicked Wednesdays. Today I have another quick little video in store for you guys. I thought as Halloween is sneaking up quite rapidly, I thought I would do a beginner special effects kit, just kind of run through for you guys. So if you did want to start using a special effects kit or start to get some stuff to make up a kit, you just have a rough idea of what you needed to start with. So in this kit, I'm just going to be showing you some of the things that I have and that I find work best for beginners and stuff like that, stuff that I really started with. And before I get into the actual products of this, I'm going to start off with the basics for you guys. And of course, one of the basics for this is just a decent mirror. It doesn't have to be big. It's just a lot easier when it's not a little handheld mirror, because for some things you do actually need both your hands for. So I picked this up from IKEA. I think it was like $5. It was pretty cheap and pretty decent. So don't feel like you have to spend a ridiculous amount on a mirror, just something small that you can sit on your desk or in the bathroom or wherever you're going to be doing your makeup. So next up on the boring basic list, you will need just some brushes and some sponges. Again, do not feel like you have to spend much money on these at all. I think I picked up most of my brushes for in packs under than like $7. I will leave a link in the description below to the last set of brushes that I got in my last haul video. I've found they work really good and they've got a large variation of different brush sizes and types. And also the sponges, I think they were all of $1 and it was like a pack of 32, so don't think you have to spend much money on brushes and sponges to begin with, guys. And next up on the boring basics section of it are some sculpting tools. This is only if you are going to be using scar wax, because it's not really useful for latex or anything else. So if you are wanting to get scar wax, grab yourself some of these bad boys. They are really quite cheap as well. I don't think I would have spent more than $7 on them, if even that. And these come in really handy when you're wanting to just add cuts or scrapes or just different textures into the scar wax, just to give it that more realistic look. Other than using like a knife or toothpicks or something, it just gives you a set of different tools that do all the jobs that you need to get done. Okay guys, so next up is the Devil's product itself. If you don't know what I'm talking about already, it is latex. This stuff absolutely stinks. It is horrible, but at the same time, this is the first product that I ever bought to start my beginner special effects kit. Not this one as such, I have upgraded since then, just a tiny little bottle off eBay, and it was the first thing that I did. I will insert a photo of the first thing that I did. It is cringeworthy. I thought it was incredible. I'm so glad I've progressed from there. So this liquid latex I picked up from Scotty's Makeup, as you can see by the label, and it, for 500 mils, cost me I think $25 roughly. I will leave a link to Scotty's Makeup below as well if you want to get your hands on some of this. This stuff lasts absolutely forever. I only ever use it for really small kind of tasks, nothing too major. You can make prosthetics out of it, but I've never really used it for that purpose. It is a great product to start with. If you use it well, it can do incredible things, but it is kind of a tricky substance to work with. Okay, so next up on my list of things is of course nose and scar wax. This stuff is one of my favorite things to work with for the basic things when I'm not doing prosthetics. I'm not entirely sure of the price of this because I did buy it a long time ago and I cannot find it on Scotty's Makeup online store anymore to tell you the price. If I think back, it could have roughly been maybe $30. It is a massive tub. It's roughly the size of my face. And I have had it for a fair few years now and there's still a decent chunk left in there. So this stuff does go a long way. It may seem like a steep price to pay. You of course do not need to get a tub this big when starting off. Just start with one of the smaller tubs. They are a lot cheaper. And moving on from the nose and scar wax, of course, if you have seen my other videos, you will know where I'm going with this. Vaseline. It is just, it's the one product that you just need to have if you are using nose and scar wax. There are other things like moisturizer and stuff that you can use to smooth it out. I just find Vaseline the best. It lasts forever, guys. I've had this for years. You probably can't even see it, but I have barely even used like a third of the stuff in here. You just need this to be able to smooth over the products, and you can wipe it off afterwards if you have put too much as well. It just allows you to create much more realistic looking things and not dragging and tearing the scar wax when using it. It also helps you smooth it out and blend it into the skin to make it that little bit more realistic too. And I don't know for the love of me what the price of this is, maybe $5. I don't know, I think I picked it up at like Cheapest Chips or something like that. One of the real expensive stores, you know. And next up is the Nye Bruise Wheel. I got this one from Sculpting Makeup as well. I swear to God, this is not a paid advertisement for them, guys. In Australia, it is not easy to get your hands on a lot of special effects makeup. So that is like, I think, my only go-to store to get stuff, plus I live close to the store, so it is nice and handy. This retails for about $28 on Scotty's Makeup, which it is a reasonably steep price, but as well it lasts a fair while. I've done a fair few bruises out of this and it looks like I haven't even scraped the surface of the actual material. You, of course, if you do not have this, you can use coloured eyeshadows to try and make a bruise effect. I just find that with eyeshadows it gets really hard to find certain colours like yellow and purple and reds and stuff like that that doesn't have glitter or some kind of shimmery pigment in there, and that kind of like straight away gives away the fact that it's not an actual bruise. So I have found this is a really good product to use. I found it super easy to use. Next, if you also can't get your hands on skin colored liquid latex, or if the nose and scar wax isn't the right color for your skin, I would recommend some foundation. It doesn't matter what foundation. If you have some foundation, just use that. Don't go out of your way to buy foundation unless, of course, you don't have any. Next up, guys, are some different types of fake blood. You, of course, when starting off, I would just recommend some liquid fake blood, not necessarily the Ben Nye stage blood that I have, because that is for your mouth. I don't actually have any decent fake blood just to put on the skin. I ran out of that recently, which I'm planning on getting some more later today. So I would just recommend getting your hands on some fake blood. If not, you may be able to make your own. I will leave a link here to my favorite recipe tutorial for the fake blood. But I have, since I've bought the thick blood, if you are trying to make wounds, and like I fill the wounds with this just to make it look kind of meaty and a little bit gory. I don't even know what words I'm trying to get out here. But for beginners, of course, just a simple liquid fake blood is all that you need to get yourself started. And as well, these go on with the scar wax. Of course, my trusty little sponges that are incredibly dirty. These are used to make texture on top of the scar wax to blend it into your skin. These are not necessarily necessary. You can just find brushes or something like that around the house. Just, you need something that will give you texture to put on top of the actual scar wax, so it's not just a weird smooth surface on the top of your skin. Okay guys, and last but not least in this is, of course, if you can see that, some face paints. These are by Montmartre, and these are just ones that I've kind of collected over all the years. Of course, if you're just wanting to do the gore side of things and not the theatrical kind of face paint side, you do not need to get face paints, but this is just in my beginner special effects kit, because when I first started out, I was doing face paints more than anything. Full faces of like Wicked Witches, Corpse Bride, Avatar, just things like that, and I really enjoy doing full face paints. I just find it incredibly fun and entertaining to make yourself look like something completely different, no matter how ridiculous or hilarious you look. So these little colours are about $5 each. You do not have to go out and buy every colour all at once. I find these ones good to work with. I have been gradually getting a bigger and bigger kit all at once. If you just wanted to start off with like black and white for skeletons and greens for witches, just get the real basic colours and work from there. So there you go guys, that is my beginner special effects kit done and dusted. I hope this has been some help to you in knowing what you will and will not need for Halloween. I will leave in the description below any of the stores that I have bought these products from if they do have online stores. But that's it for this Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Don't forget to, oh my hands are dirty. Don't forget to leave any other suggestions for tutorials or videos you'd like to see me do in the comment section below. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye!